the topic is CUTE News. And Group 4, please get ready.
Sichuan earthquake victims are still coping with the effects of aftershocks. According to the Department of Health, vaccine for H7N9 will not be available for another year. Tourists to Europe will be able to enjoy the mango-shaped ice by the end of April 2013. And finally, moment of silence was held in Boston, Washington, D.C., and New York to commemorate the death of the Boston mummies. Aftershocks following the deadly Sichuan earthquake are hampering rescue efforts as relief workers try to reach the worst affected mountain villages.
But there is limited access to the city of Yang'an. And some victims who left the area are beginning to return. The main traffic artery between the Sichuan capital of Yang'an and the city of Yang'an is the Chenya Freeway. Traffic controls are in place at entry ramps. Only emergency vehicles, buses, and those with special permits are allowed to access the road.
Reporters going into the disaster area took a bus heading to Yang'an. They spoke with local residents returning home for the first time after the disaster. A young resident was quoting and saying, "This is my first time returning home after the earthquake. I'm not like anxious, but I haven't been able to contact family there." Military members used their holidays to join colleagues in the disaster relief effort. A soldier from Yunnan commanded, "I'm a soldier. When I heard and saw reports of the earthquake here, I gathered my colleagues and we came together."
After a long 2-hour trip, the bus entered central Yang'an. Here the damage was relatively low, so government agencies and schools opened as usual. But walking through the city, there were several victims who left it, staying in tents out of necessity or fear. A Yang'an resident said, "Because of the earthquake, my home isn't safe." A hotel was structurally damaged in the quake has been deemed unsafe by the local government. It is closed for now, but in front, there is a donation box to provide funds for earthquake victims.
The Taiwan Department of Health says it likely won't be able to mass-produce a vaccine against the emerging H7N9 influenza strain until next year.
Before then, it will rely on extra precautions to keep the disease from entering Taiwan, including new health check rules for Chinese students.
Taiwan lately received a sample of the H7N9 influenza strain from China. People now want to know when we will be able to mass-produce vaccine. In Zhou, Deputy Minister of Health for the H7N9 vaccine stated, "We'll probably use egg-based and cell-based manufacturing methods. Its immune strength is lower, so we can't guarantee that either of the methods will be successful. Doubt remains to whether vaccine can be freshened from the virus strain. Vaccine virus strains are derived from virus strains. The Department of Health expects to get vaccine virus strain from the United States as early as June. After, it must formulate vaccine that can conduct animal and human testing. It may take years for mass production to begin. If the outbreak worsens, the Taiwan Centers for Disease Control could show the human testing timetable, allowing mass production to begin earlier."
Taiwan's next great export may be the popular summertime treat mango-shaped ice.
The proprietor of former Ice Monster shop on Yonkang Street signed a contract with Hanos, a Belgian restaurant franchise. By the end of April, this tasty dessert may be available in Europe. Its mango-shaped ice includes a touch of passion fruit and a scoop of fresh mango sorbet. Another cup contains a mixture of kiwi and passion fruit sorbet. This was a creation by Zhang Zhenming, the owner of the now defunct Ice Monster shop on Yonkang Street. The special flavor of these shaped ice creations attracted the interest of a Belgian chain restaurant. The two sides decided to launch a product in the European market by the end of the month.
这几个月4种都有吃过。
According to the proprietor, over the past few months, Pano has sent company officials to try 4 different flavors. Their favorite seems to be mango, which they cannot get overseas. Belgium's Panos has 75 years of history and more than 1,000 restaurants. The company is optimistic about the potential of Taiwan's premium tea, the success, and believes it could become a follow-up hit to Taiwan's premium tea. The success of the export will also help Taiwan's growing culinary reputation.
Charges were brought against Boston Marathon bombing suspect Johar Sinaf, one of 2 brothers believed to have carried out the attack.
Authorities are still trying to determine whether the suspect acted alone or as part of a sleeper cell. New development came on Monday, 1 week after the attack. At 2:50 p.m., a moment of silence was held near the finish line of the race on Capitol Hill and outside the New York Stock Exchange. Tribute was paid to 3 people who died in the bombing and a university police officer killed days later. Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick spoke to the crowd. Thank you, everyone. God bless the people of Massachusetts. Boston strong.
With the background of the brothers being from Chechnya, a very troubled part of Russia with radical Islamic ideals. This might be a prelude to more attacks taking place and a likely target being the 2014 Winter Olympics that is to be held in Sochi, Russia. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Cherry Song.
I'm Jennifer Cole.
I'm Kelly Shi.
I'm Alex Jones.
Goodbye.